to the first episode of Bleed Blue Sports. I'm your host, Bria Battle, and today I have senior middle blocker Tia McClain and freshman outside hitter Diamond Holmes from our women's volleyball team. How are y'all today?
I'm good.
That's good. So we had a pretty good season, and Tia, I just want to talk about you've grown so much this season. So before you got to this point, talk about your transition, well, not your transitions, but everything that you've been through with volleyball. Like, when did you start and everything like that?
I started my freshman year of high school. I started playing basketball when I was 8, and then people were telling me that I should play volleyball because I'm tall. And so my freshman year of high school, I was on C team, which is below JV, so I was not good at all. And then I didn't find out about club until my senior year, so that was the first time I played club. And then I played at JUCO back home, and then transferred here after my 2 years.
Right. And Diamond, you were coming from Rayford, so talk about your start in volleyball.
I started in 8th grade, middle school, and freshman year of high school, I started varsity at my high school, but I was a DS. And then sophomore year, I went into club volleyball, and I played club for 3 years, and now I'm here.
So were you a DS all throughout high school?
No, I was actually, my freshman year I was a DS because my coach didn't allow freshmen to be outside or to be hitters, period, because she said you had to earn that spot.
Okay.
So we always had to start as a DS. But yeah, and then 10th grade, that's when I became a hitter.
I know you earned that because you are a heavy hitter. Now, I just want to talk about, the numbers that you put up this season. So coming in, as a freshman, talk about how that was and, getting into the swing of things and getting used to the team chemistry. Talk about that experience for yourself.
I was nervous at first. Like, when I came for open gym, I would never talk. I was always very quiet. But, I got used to the girls after a while, and we all came close, in my opinion. We all got really close. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So Tia, this is your last year. You're, almost out the door. So what advice would you happen to have to not just, the freshmen that you're currently played with now, but any incoming volleyball players? Any advice that you have to give to them?
Just working outside of practice time and just the time that coach is telling you to get in the gym. Just honestly the hard work. I worked so hard in the summer, running and just getting court time. So just doing that outside of the practice time.
Okay. And when your volleyball career is over, what is one thing you like to be remembered by, whether it be here, on the court or in the classroom? Because I know you have interest in being a forensic psychologist.
On the court, I want people to recognize just how hardworking I was and my passion for the sport. I just want people to realize how hard I worked out there and where I've came from, not playing last year to starting and putting up all these numbers in my stats this year. So yeah, just being dedicated. I want people to remember that when they talk about me.
Okay. And anything off the court that you would like to be remembered by?
Same thing. I'm really determined in the classroom as well. I'm not competitive in the classroom, but I really like to get good grades, and when other people have better grades than me, I get a little down on myself. So.
Okay. And Diamond, you're wrapped up your freshman year, and you're about to go into another season. So what are your expectations for next season? Are there some things you set or any goals that you set for next season, or anything you'd like to see?
Next season, I expect to become a better leader than what I was this year, and actually put up more stats and make sure. I want to get, what is it? MVP, something like that.
Oh, you want to get Player of the Year?
Yeah, Player of the Year. I want to get that. And the team-wise, I want us to all become very close and to push and get a ring, because just the feeling of this year should push us harder than what, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, we should. I just want to get
extra motivation.
Yeah, extra motivation.
Definitely. And Tia, being that this was your last season, what are you, hoping to see from the team next season? And where do you see this team going?
We had a lot of talent this year. We had a young team, only 2 seniors, so I feel like they're going to go far next year. They have a lot of heart as well, and they're hardworking. We just need to be a little more disciplined, but other than that, like if they play to their best ability, no one can stop them. So I just want them to go as far as they can. You know, losing the semifinals this year is an eye-opener for everyone, and having to stay and watch a championship game, like it just showed that could have been us. So just for them to give it their all next year, I want them to get that ring.
Okay, and I want you to reflect. So share some strong points in the season. You know, one of them would be the Johnson C. Smith game for you because you put up good numbers, you know, like excellent amount of kills. Share some of those strong points that you saw this season from yourself.
For myself, in the beginning of the season, I didn't get to play in that many games. So when I started playing, I was just telling people that I was going to make it happen, as well as a team. Like, I had a lot of good games, but as well as a team, we all got together and just played like to our best ability. So for me, what was the question?
Yeah, some strong points you saw this season.
Okay, yeah. I just told people when we had to find out that we had to win out, I said that I was going to make it happen. So I guess just that, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Diamond? Any strong points that you see from yourself this season? Reflect on any of those.
Well, at the beginning of the season, I really started off like I wasn't there at all. Like my stats were not there. But I feel like after a while, I got all the nerves out eventually, and I really started showing up and doing what I needed to do. So, like, as a team, sorry.
Strong points in the season.
Oh, as a team, strong points. That's a hard one.
I hate to make you reflect so hard, but
we did.
Y'all did.
Oh, 10 games straight.
Yeah, that was
that's
good.
A strong point. 10 games straight. Winning streak. That was good.
Can I comment on that?
Sure.
Yeah. So we had a meeting, and our coach had told us like our record, and she said that for us to make it to CI, we had to win out, and that was a really strong point. We said we were going to do it. Like, it wasn't going to be the first year we weren't going to make it to CI, so that was a really strong point.
It was. And I want to talk about some things, you know, let's take the pressure off and go into some other things. So what are some of the things that you all like to do outside of volleyball? I know, Tia, I know you said you're very competitive in the classroom, so I know you're definitely in the books. And I know we talked about this before as well, some other things you'd like to do. Share that with our viewers, some of the things that you do like to do outside of volleyball.
Well, I work in the library, so I spend a lot of my time there if I have any free time. I also like to go to movies. I saw the new Halloween movie, and I saw The Hate U Give. That was a really good movie.
I need to see
recommend that. Yeah. And I'm also on the bowling team now. So
yeah, you are.
Bowling. I really like to bowl. But yeah.
And speaking of bowling, are you excited about the upcoming of the season so far? Because I know they just won the first one. So how are you feeling about that so far?
I'm excited to be on the team with them. They're really good. I mean, I'm not like as good as them or anything, but it's fun. Like, bowling is fun. So just being on that team, like, it's a stress reliever.
And what about you, Diamond? Are there any stress relievers that you do, you know, outside of volleyball? Is there anything else that you would like to do?
A lot of sleep.
Okay.
I sleep a lot. But, yeah, I play softball, too. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's really just softball. I did do bowling, but really it's just been sleep.
Okay. And I know we talked about, your passion for, you know, forensic psychology. So share that passion, you know, what even made you have an interest for that?
It's unique. Like, it's not just like the clinical psychology or like the counseling in a school. Like, it's forensic, so it's dealing with the criminal minds. And actually watching that show actually got me interested. I know it's nothing like the show, like in real life, but just the name, watching that show, that's where I got it from. So just profiling and being a behavioral analysis, like really getting into people's minds, especially like criminals, like serial killers, why they did what they did.
Okay. And Diamond, I know we talked about your possible major in criminal justice. So what gave you that interest to embark on that?
I was talking about it with my parents, and they told me that I would be really good in that field because I'm very convincing, is what they say. Like, they say I'm very convincing, so I took that into consideration because I do feel as though I'm very, like, convincing. Like,
Is she very convincing?
Yeah.
I feel like I am.
I think so.
Are there any
She's
times
like
that
quiet, but like when she speaks, like she can convince you.
So you command the room basically when you do speak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So let's talk about music. So what are some music interests that you all have, if you have any? Diamond, I want to start with you. Do you listen to music?
I do listen to music, but I don't listen to like trap music. I like to listen to
Really?
slow music.
Oh.
Like her, and SZA, I think. And Collyn. Kalani's my favorite.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I can agree with that. I didn't start listening to real trap music until I came down here, to be honest. But I really like slow jams. I like Anthony Hamilton. I like just the chill music.
So what did you listen to while you were in Washington?
I mean, I listened to some trap music, but like Lil Baby and stuff like that, I didn't listen to it until I came down here.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. And I know we talked about movies earlier. Diamond, what about you? Are you a movie person?
I'm more of a
watch
TV
movies.
show. I'm not more of a Netflix person.
What's your favorite Netflix show?
All of them. The Bates Motel,
Really?
Orange is the New Black. I watched all of them.
Okay. All right. So while you're not sleeping, you're getting your time to catch up on your Netflix
Yep.
shows. All right. Sounds good. Well, that just about wraps it up. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Tia, for coming in. And we definitely look forward to next season. This has been Bleed Blue Sports. I'm your host, Bria Bannon.